Hello, everybody out there at MaryvilleSaints.com and SaintsVision. I'm Jim Powers, the voice of the Saints. And first off, I want to wish everybody a happy holiday season. Students are out on break. Got one more sporting event coming up here over the next couple days, and then everybody's going to take a little bit of a breather before we get into conference action starting in January. But some big news hit Maryville and the city of St. Louis in the metropolitan area last week. 8 NCAA bids coming to the St. Louis area, but the big excitement is Division II wrestling coming to Shavitz Arena, part of the St. Louis Sports Commission and a joint venture with Maryville University. We are going to be one of the institutional hosts for the Division II Wrestling Championships in 2015. And joining me now is one of the great guys in the St. Louis Sports Commission, Chris Roseman. And Chris, congratulations. 8 NCAA events coming to the metropolitan area here over the next 3 years.
Yeah, well, thank you very much. And it's not just the Sports Commission. We're just the tip of the iceberg, so to speak. So, we've got great partners, great hosts, great relationships throughout the city, throughout the region to make these 8 championships happen. And one of those great reasons for the D2 championships, wrestling championships coming to St. Louis, is because of Coach Denny. I mean, Coach Denny and Maryville really did put up a great effort and were rewarded for a championship in 2015.
One of the great things too is not only is the Division I championship to Division II championship, but Division I is going to be right down the street at Scott Trade. It's the first time that the NCAA has held Division II and Division I in the same city a week apart.
No, they did it once before.
Okay, once before.
Once before, and Coach Denny actually did it in Omaha.
Right.
I think it was back in 2010 is when he did it. And, we saw that happen from here in St. Louis. So we thought, man, that'd be really cool because we'd only done the D1 championships, Division I wrestling championships 6 times. And we thought, well, shoot, if we could really kind of extend that and give those Division II athletes the same experience we give the Division I athletes, that would be really good to do. So Shavitz Arena, I can guarantee you, is probably one of the best venues that the Division II Wrestling Championships will ever be in.
Talk a little bit about how the bid process goes for those that may not know how things work and how St. Louis got the Division II bid.
Well, it all started way back in last year. I mean, way early in the year where the NCAA kind of puts out the bid specs and they bring the cities together and they say, hey, here's what we're looking for. And you have to understand what the NCAA is trying to accomplish with their championships too and make sure it's a good fit for your community. We do a great deal of research on the front end. We make sure that we understand the event, that we understand that we, St. Louis, can meet the expectations of the NCAA for their championships. And we knew that by looking at the Division II Wrestling Championships that this would be a really good fit. And so, the bid specs come out and, cities all over the country are bidding for these championships. I think they were in the neighborhood of like 500 events were up for bid, and they had like 1,900 actual bids that came into the NCAA. So they had to comb through those, and they took the summer and they took the fall to kind of comb through them and make sure that the prospective cities were capable of holding them. And then a couple interviews, hey, what do you, questions about, hey, if we did this, would that work? If we did this, would that work? And I think we answered their questions appropriately, and here we go. So now the work continues. I mean, it's been a lot of work up to this point. But, Coach Denny's done this championship before, I think multiple times, the Division II Wrestling Championships back in Omaha where he formerly coached. And by him coming in and with his experience and with his resources, this is going to be a piece of cake. I really look forward to kind of elevating the Division II Wrestling Championships with Coach in University of Maryville University.
That's a great thing too is, the host institution, you guys, as you said, you're kind of the tip of the iceberg, but it's really a lot goes into the host institution or the host conference in hosting a lot of the NCAA events. I know I've been involved with many of the NCAA basketball events and cross-country events, and it's kind of the same thing. A lot goes into the school or the conference that is going to be the actual host.
Yeah, because, your reputation's on the line. You're going to see the NCAA Division II Wrestling Championship hosted by Maryville University. You're probably not going to see the St. Louis Sports Commission on that moniker there. Right. So, their name's out there in front, and I'm sure Coach Denny has got his student athletes and his the resources he has here at Maryville University to make sure that's a well-run event over those 2 days that we have that in St. Louis, and that'll lead into the next week when we host the Division I Wrestling Championships the following week. So we're on the center stage, so to speak, the center mat for wrestling for 2 solid weeks, and we're really looking to knock it out of the park.
And people don't understand, and I know we've talked to Coach Denny. This program program here at Maryville is still in its infancy, so to say, but wrestling is such a hotbed in the state of Missouri. It's unbelievable, and it's a natural fit that the NCAA championships come back to St. Louis.
Absolutely. And, it's a hotbed here. It's a good base, a great core. But, St. Louis is located right, and it's really easy for wrestlers to get here from the neighboring Division II schools. And how this city sets up, where Chaffetz Arena is in location or in respect to the hotels and the restaurants and the attractions that are all downtown. I think they're really going to have a good time. And like I said, I'm not worried about what's going to happen inside that building, because Coach Denny's going to make sure it's perfect. And along with our folks and our experience, it's really just, expanding upon that and making sure the student athletes are having a great time, and their parents and the media and the coaches and all their support staffs are really enjoying themselves when they come to St. Louis.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, and also a lot of great events also coming out of the announcements from, last week and a couple weeks ago. Ice hockey, women's ice hockey going over to Family Arena. Mm-hmm. You've got bowling, which is a new one.
Yeah, we haven't had that one.
Never had bowling. Gymnastics is in the fold. I mean, 8 bids over the next 3-4 years. It's got, and also a possibility of the Final Four coming down the line too. I know the Sports Commission is working very diligently on that as well.
Yeah, again, we're just a piece of the pie. St. Louis Sports Commission, we work with our host, the Missouri Valley Conference, in that situation, and the fine folks at the St. Louis Convention and Visitors Commission because they have the Dome and the America Center where so many of the activities take place, and all the hotels come to the forefront, and it's just not us. It's everyone jumps on board, and we have so much to share. St. Louis has so much coming online here in the next 4 years, especially in downtown St. Louis with Ballpark Village and City Arch River and Union Station, and the revival of Washington Avenue, and there's just so much going on down there. It's really going to be a great 4 or 5 years.
And I know the Sports Commission does great work. A lot of great ways for individuals to become involved with the Sports Commission, from their associates program, which I'm a member of. I have so much fun with the associates program. But if people want to learn more about the Sports Commission and some of the great events coming up, Chris, how can they kind of find all that information out?
Just go to www.stlsports.org. I just start out with www. It's kind of obvious. That's where all the information is. That's about who we are. That's our event resume. That's how we're constructed. That gives you all the details you need to know about how to get involved with the Sports Commission, because, like I said, we are just the beginning.
Absolutely, Chris. Appreciate the time. Great work as always, and I know everybody here at Maryville is very excited about the next 13, 14 months of getting ready for a national championship here in St. Louis.
And we're thrilled to work with Maryville University.
Outstanding, Chris. Thanks so much.
Thanks.
Chris Roseman, one of the guys in charge down at the St. Louis Sports Commission. He goes and he does all of the groundwork with the NCAA, and it's always great to talk to him. Some great folks down at the St. Louis Sports Commission. Also, if you want more information, check them out. It's www.stlsports.com. It's a great way to find out all the great information and some of the great events coming here to the St. Louis area. Once again, we want to wish everybody a great holiday season. Follow us on Twitter at Maryville Saints, or check us out on Facebook. Go to our Facebook page, Maryville Athletics, for all the great information coming up here over the holiday season as we get ready for GLVC conference action. I'm Jim Powers, the voice of the Saints. Glad to have you with us. Have a great holiday season, and as always, go Saints.